Welcome to AMA 50, the podcast where you ask us anything and we give you three amazing answers in 50 seconds. In this fast advice improv show, our hosts are challenged to answer questions in 30 seconds, 15 seconds, and 5 seconds, respectively, one after the other, all under a minute. Thank you for listening to our random and fun life advice podcast. But our word to the wise, we aren't life experts, so follow our advice at your own risk. My name is Will, and I'm joined today by my three co-hosts. I have Kirsten,
Hello.
I have Amy,
Hey.
I have Shay.
Hi.
But we have one more co-host today. That's right. We are excited to welcome today's special guest, Annie.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, so who are you and what makes you qualified to give life advice?
Well, Shay found me in the garbage, but no, we've been friends for quite a long time. I don't know that I'm qualified to give life advice, but I do try to do my best.
That's awesome. Well, Kirsten, could you also please remind us what is the AMA 50?
Will. The AMA 50 is an improv game geared towards answering questions in the funniest and most concise way possible. I developed this game with the help of the amazing AP improvisers, and as Will said, we are here to answer questions from all over, each in under a minute.
Whale, wheel,
I
whale.
love it. Well,
Kirsten, would you Kirsten, I'm serious. Kirsten, please tell us about our topic and our source of questions for today.
sit, roll over, paw, shake. Good listener. Now that we have your attention, we've fetched this treat of an episode just for you. For today's topic, we are discussing pet care, and we've sourced questions from our possum friends and followers on Instagram about anything to do with pets. As animal lovers and pet owners, some of us ourselves, we, as thoughtfully and concisely and funnily as possible, will provide answers to these perplexing questions, AMA 50 style. We're also excited to welcome our guest, Annie, today to provide her own insight and to play the game with us.
Sweet. Well, I'm gonna grab something. I'm gonna grab a leash. I don't know. I try to put a pet dog pun in there. You know what? Let's just take this dog outside and let's all just take a break and we'll be
Crashing on
right
the door.
back.
Let him
Just right
out.
out the door
Let him
quickly.
out.
Fine. Sorry, that was rough. Woof.
But
When you guys kept saying whale, I'm like, because pets, but
And whale, whale.
well,
whale.
well.
All right, let's take a break and we'll be right back.
Oh God.
Let me just let the cat out real quick. I'll be right back.
All right, sounds good.
All
All
right,
right,
get up,
let's
baby.
take a quick break while she lets the cat out.
Who let the cats out?
Meow, 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 meow. Okay, I'm back.
Sweet. Is everyone ready? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and we're back. So let's start our first round.
All right, so Roseanne asks, what makes a great pet? Amy, you have 30 seconds. Shay, 15. And Will, you have 5.
Okay. As someone who has now had a pet for 2 months and 4 days total, I think I could I'm qualified to answer this. I think the best pet, it makes you smile every day, even when you're unhappy, and like even when they make you unhappy, you're still like forgiving within under 5 seconds. Because they're just so cute and they're loving and they bring you love and joy. And you're just a happier person around your pet.
Nice.
All of that, and also just an animal that is kind of complementary to your lifestyle. in a way. So, not everybody might love dogs, but having a dog might not work with your life. Just like I obsessed with parrots, but I can't have one.
Basically, the pet has to make you happy and vice versa.
No. That
Nice.
makes sense, Will. That makes perfect
Nice.
sense. But I do have a question, and the question is from me, so it's very important, so take this seriously. My question from me is, what are your feelings about dogs that just bark at people when they walk by? Just people walking by that just bark at them. Annie, you have 30 seconds. Amy, 15. Shay, 5.
Okay, you got to think about it like road rage. You got to think about it like road rage with dogs. Like my little brother, his name is Quinn. He's a little rat terrier mix, and he gets mad selectively at everything. So it's kind of interesting. It's like, I'm not going to deny him his feelings, but you have to have the prompt of leave it. We're done here. It's kind of like taking your drunk friend out of a rowdy bar. That's it.
All right, Amy.
I would think like I would say hi back. Like they're saying hi to you, you can say hi back. And if they keep barking, you can keep walking, is my thoughts about it. But I'm just like, I just want to say hi to all the dogs that I see. So if they're barking, I'll still say hi. And I think that's what I'll probably end up doing.
Lots of reasons. So I guess it depends on, is it aggressive?
My understanding reading the question is like it is the aggressive dogs that are
Mm.
barking when you're just walking past the house that they live in and you're on the sidewalk. But I agree with Annie that it's probably like road rage, where it's like the dog probably doesn't mean it, but
Yeah.
I see that. I give mean
Thousand
dogs the
percent.
finger, but I
Yeah.
talk to nice dogs, Amy. So
Yeah, I was like, I say
Sometimes
hi.
it's
They're
angry
all
barking, like
Well, I don't think dogs
go
are
away.
inherently
Sometimes it's just,
mean.
yeah. And sometimes dogs going, hi, hi, I see you. Do you see me?
I
Yeah.
can,
You
but
do?
like you can tell the difference. You can tell the
Oh yeah,
difference, and some dogs deserve the finger.
Yes.
yeah.
they do. I mean, I flip up my brother Quinn all the time, and he hates it because he figured out what it meant. And I'm like, yeah, well, live with it. Live with it, you little jerk.
yeah.
Stop deserving it, and you'll
I
stop doing
love you, Quinn. I love you, Quinn.
it.
Aw.
Both things can be true. Thank you. I'll take all of this into consideration.
I have another question from Roseanne. Roseanne also asks, what can you do to bond with a pet? Kirsten, let's hear your advice in 30 seconds.
Oh my God, thank you so much for asking. Maybe it does count. But I would here's the thing. You have to tame it. I learned it from a book. I think this was in reference to a fox though, but same thing. You have to go to it, and you have to sit with it. And it might not want to sit with you at first, and that's okay. And if you keep sitting with it, eventually it'll want to sit closer to you. And then maybe you can touch it eventually. And then you can talk to it, and then it'll love you and it'll be your best friend. That's a fox, but I think it works for whatever animal. You're welcome.
The Fox and the Hound. It'll probably.
You know what? Sure,
Great
that would fit.
movie.
They were also friends, and I think they tamed each other.
They were the best of
They
friends.
were the best of friends. You're so right.
Uh,
I
A
stand
song
corrected.
about it.
Annie, I want to hear your advice though in 15 seconds.
Sure. So to kind of echo what Shay had said earlier, you want to get your pet to be in your day to day. Like for me, I take my bearded dragon pasta out into the neighborhood and we walk around, and that makes her happy and she basks. So
Yeah, I've seen a couple happy reptiles in New York City walking around with their owners. I guess their owners are walking them. You know what I mean?
oh, I'm her mom. Like we
Yeah.
don't do the owner dynamic.
Oh,
No,
I'm
no.
sorry.
No, I'm just her weird mom.
Well,
Well,
well, Amy, what do you do to bond with your pet?
She's a cat, so I give her a churu, and then she loves me for about 5 to 10 more minutes than usual. But yeah, treats.
Cats love churros.
girl
So
cats are
much.
complicated.
Oh, what?
Girl cats, they're complicated. She loves you forever, but she's gonna be complicated.
No.
Oh
Yeah.
man, girl cats are great.
I
Girl
get
cats are great, but
you.
they're complicated. Boy cats are just like, I love you. And that's it.
You know what? Fair enough. I'll take that. When you say it like that, I believe you.
Yeah.
Christian asks, why can't I adopt a baby cheetah? Will, you have 30 seconds, Kirsten 15, and Annie 5.
Why can't you? I think the real question is, do you really want to? You want to have a baby cheetah. You want to take care of a baby cheetah. And for how long? Are you gonna give it up for adoption when it grows up and you don't want a big cat? But if you do want a big cat, my advice would be to go work for a zoo, perhaps.
It's a great answer. Go work
No,
at the
that
zoo.
is a super great answer.
I don't know. I'm gonna guide your unreasonable wants into a real real world solution.
I
I
love
love
that.
that for
What about you,
you.
Kirsten? What's your practical answer?
My practical answer. Okay. Why can't you adopt a baby cheetah? Lack of willpower, and grit and determination. There's nothing stopping you from adopting a baby cheetah. Go find a baby cheetah and bring it home. What do you mean? You're better than this. Come on.
Don't let things like the law stop
The
you.
law.
It's like the state might stop you.
Oh my
What do you
God.
think,
You know
Annie?
how many things are illegal?
Okay, you know what I think? Honestly, this is like a black cat at Halloween and a bunny at Easter. Just get a stuffed animal. You don't want a cheetah. You're not going to take care of the cheetah. You're out of your mind. You're not doing this. Meaner
Oh
than
no,
your mom.
man.
Like a
They
meaner
make
than your
Sound
mother.
like sounds
um
like lack of willpower, determination, and grit to me.
is it FAO Schwartz that makes, or they did, they were like the real life, real
The
replica
life size?
life size stuffed animals.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, but you know what?
awesome.
Just to quote Tiger King, you will never financially recover from that. So get real.
You'll never financially recover from
I'm
anything in
I'm
the
never gonna
whole world.
financially
You're
recover
gonna
from
be in
this.
debt. Do
Baby,
it.
If you
baby
want an
cheetahs meow.
expensive big cat
No,
that
don't
you
do that to the animal.
get a Savannah cat. That's the closest that you can get legally.
Get a
Look,
little
no,
Asa cat.
really, the closest you can get an orange boy cat because they get to be huge for no damn reason. Sunny Juice Box, love you, baby boy.
The
18 pounds, this whole man. My cat.
the
Just
big
get
cat.
that.
Have a friend dress up like a cheetah
Yeah.
Oh,
and
Or
just
you
that
can dress up like
that
That
is
a
a
keep
isn't
in a
furry.
cage in your home.
Kirsten, that is a Kirsten, that is a different episode.
Okay, we'll talk about it later.
No, I mean
furries.
we're we're on track to go on a break right now. So on our break, we can just talk about our plans for that episode.
I love that.
Golly.
Okay, Kirsten and I had got to take a break, and we'll be right back.
Just us. You guys stay here.
Oh, okay.
All right. So Kirsten and I have a game plan, but that's for another episode.
Oh,
So let's
yes,
bring it back
we
to
do.
yeah. Let's
Yeah.
bring it back to this one. Let's finish with our last round.
Okay, this question is from me, and I mean it. I ask, why does my cat only sleep on my head and nowhere else? Annie, you have 30 seconds. Kirsten, you have 15 seconds. And Will, you have 5 seconds.
Okay, so why does your cat just sleep on your head and nowhere else? That's a bonding thing. My cat, Sunny Juice Box, I've had him since he was a kitten. He chose me. The cat distribution system works. But he sleeps on my head because he's comfortable with me. So if your cat's doing that with you, it's because your cat is comfortable with you and has an immense amount of trust. Although remember to do their nails because if you don't, they're going to scratch the hell out of your face. Thanks, Sunny.
Yep, learning that one the hard way. Kirsten, you have 15 seconds.
cats have this thing where like if a fits a sits and your head just must be cat shaped, and so if the cat fits on your head, the cat's gonna sit on your head.
This is true.
Yeah.
Thank you. And in 5 seconds, Will, why does my cat only sleep on my head?
I think human heads, when they're attached, are pretty warm.
That's a really important distinction.
I
Yeah.
appreciate that distinction.
Yeah. Just when they're attached, though.
Because outside my house, I have the heads on stakes.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Those are
But
probably
like you
kind of
don't know because like
the temperature
if
of the
you
outdoors.
die, your cat might eat you.
Yes, exactly. That's
Mhm,
why.
mhm,
Yeah.
It's to let the cat know who's boss.
mhm.
I can't-
That's why.
And therefore
This
the
changes
cat trusts me and sleeps on my head.
this changes
So that
everything.
nobody cuts your head off and puts it on a
Yeah.
spike. The
Yeah.
cat cares.
So, play the game
Cat cares.
is what?
Yeah, if you play the game of cats, you win or you die.
You win or you die is crazy.
When you
Who
do,
invited me here?
your cat will have a snack.
I love it. I want it on a t-shirt. The game of cats. You win or you die.
I can make that shirt. I'll make that shirt.
I'll buy it.
Speaking of dying and your cat eating, Those Noon asks, what are the downsides of having a pet and how can these be managed? Amy, you have 30 seconds. Annie, you have 15. Kirsten, you have 5.
Okay, I'm gonna answer this in phases. So the first phase is when you first get your pet, you're gonna be anxious a bunch because you're just every little thing you're gonna be like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I'm still currently in that phase. So like the other day, she sneezed. It was just a sneeze, and I was like, do I take her to the ER? Um, and that causes a lot of anxiety. And then in the middle of the road, you're gonna like experience things where you're gonna have to give them meds, and that's gonna be expensive. And then lastly is like, unfortunately, when they die, and that's sad, but they're worth all this stuff.
The new baby anxiety is real with every pet. All right. Annie, you've got 15.
Well, just echoing that, yeah, the vet visits. The vet visits are so hard, especially when something's wrong. I had a bearded dragon years ago, Sprinkles, and losing her was the hardest thing that I had went through. And I know my next two biggest heart rates are going to be Sunny and Pasta. But they're mine and I love them. So,
Oh.
it hurts, but they're worth it.
Can I just give my 5 seconds to Annie?
I want to hear from you.
Downsides of having a pet. They're always baby. You just gotta baby them. You just always gotta, and it sucks, but it's good.
They're always baby.
Yeah.
That is so true. That is so
Yeah.
true.
It's the difference between pets and actual children. Children grow up
Yep.
and pets don't. They just
Oh,
are
you don't have to
suddenly
pay for
elderly
college
and then
for
they die.
pets. You don't have to pay for college with pets.
I'm not comparing those things. You don't have to go
I
to
am.
college at all.
I am. Well, you know what? You know what? They don't have to pay. Well, they don't have to pay rent if you get them as a ESA.
Oh, that is
Okay.
true. Then you skip.
Yeah,
Most people
Pennsylvania
don't, and
law,
when they're
man.
not, you do pay rent. You don't pay extra rent for an extra person.
What?
You don't. Like if you rent a house with 2 bedrooms, the rent is the rent. If you rent a house with 2 bedrooms and you bring a cat, they charge you extra rent.
They
Yeah.
can, but if your pet is registered as an emotional support or service animal, they take away that rent.
Fair enough. I don't have to register my kid, and that's cool.
Yeah, we should.
She was just born and she came with paperwork.
Emotional support child. Be like,
Literally. I
Emotional
mean,
support
whose
baby.
question is it anyway?
It's mine.
Yeah.
What's your question, Will?
My question
Well,
is next. It's my very own question, although I think I've heard it in a meme before. Our
do it like the meme.
You gotta do it right.
Gotta do it right.
Will asks, "Can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog?" Jay, tell me that yes or no in 30 seconds.
yes, at your own risk. serious PSA is you need to ask the dog's person first, because not every dog wants to be pet all of the time, but many of them do. However, as someone who hasn't had a pet in a while, it's getting dangerous for me. Now I'm gonna start befriending the raccoons in my yard, and the next time one gets into my house, it's staying. I need to get a dog soon.
I would say once you ask, you can pet the puppy. And then you can love the puppy. Just don't steal the puppy. Words of advice. Don't steal, just pet that dog. And that's my words of wisdom for you.
It's a good
Because I think I
reminder
want to
to
be
our
pet.
listeners, don't steal.
Yeah, don't
Um,
steal.
Lastly, Annie, can I pet that dog?
Yes. Yes,
It
you
is a
can.
bear. Well,
It's
well,
fine.
well, well,
Well,
well, it
yes.
is a bear.
Yes.
That's
Beautiful.
the video that I've seen with the audio overlay. It's
It's a
the audio is
bear.
not original to the video, but yes, it's like of a bear in someone's backyard.
But you know what? Because I'm feeling generous today and I only had five
Do it.
seconds. Yes.
Do, do it.
Even to the
Yes.
bear.
Well, yes.
Well, you better pet that
Well,
dog. You better pet that dog.
Well, pet that
Why do they
dog.
have such
Yes.
cute fuzzy faces? If not friend, why friend
If
shape?
if not friend, why
Mm,
friend
if
shaped?
Like
not
that's how I'm gonna die.
I love that.
That you know what? No matter how you go, Shay, I will write your obit myself,
I
and
pet
I'll
that.
put that. If not friend, why friend shaped? Shay lived a good life.
Yep.
You better put me back in the garbage, girl.
Never. Finders keepers.
that's what
Yeah.
that bear was roaming through the garbage.
Wonderful things.
All right. Okay, this one's for me. Roseanne also asked, man, Roseanne's on fire today. What's the best part of having a pet? Kirsten, you have 30 seconds. Will, you have 15. Shay, you have 5. Make it good.
Wow, what an honor. Thank you. The best part of having a pet. I'm just gonna go other side of the coin. They're always baby. Pets do this thing where they grow and then they kind of get to a point and they stay at that point for a really, really long time. And so you really get a long time to be with them where they are not like changing so much. Like in the very beginning, super change. Very end, oh my God, and so fast. Ah, but the middle, so good, so consistent. Love, best part.
Well, jumping off of that, they stay that way for a long time in their context of their life. Their lifespan is not as long as ours. So I've loved having pets as chapters in my life. That's something I've been really grateful for.
Nice.
Having a pet just makes life worth it, no matter what else is happening.
Oh, that's so sweet. And yeah, you're right. 10 out of 10 would agree.
Oh. Well, well, that was our final round. So let's go take a break and we'll be right back.
Whoop, 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 whoop. I just realized that's gonna end up on the thing. I know it is.
And we're back. Well, that was a very fun episode. Thank you guys so much for playing all together today. And I'm just curious what your final thoughts are about playing with these questions and our 2 rounds today, and the answers that you had. Anyone care to further elaborate?
I
Uh,
want to say I don't have pets right now, but I have had pets in the past. I've had cats, dogs, and sugar gliders, and I've loved them all so so much. It was such an exciting time with each and every one of them. And pets are so very individual. And being a person who's had both pets and a child, like I see it, I get it. And also plants. I feel like taking care of living things is such an adventure and it's different however you decide to take that on. And pets are so cool. And I love the fact that you can really get to know something that stays pretty consistent. I love a thing that like it's like, yeah, I know you. And then like, yeah, there comes a time when it is like, oh, I see the change that's happening you. And I'm like, oh, like the change in you means not great, but at least you're prepared and it's less prolonged most times. Like I don't know, I love a quick transition. I loathe a transition in general. But I love that you get to meet them, you get to watch them grow so quickly and then you get to just be with who they are. And then when it's over, it's over.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying,
It's
like,
so
I was gonna say,
beautiful.
like, my dog. I was like, thanks for the podcast announced that my dog died a year ago, but she's the
Mm,
first pet that I've had that actually died of old age completely
mm,
naturally. So that was like
Good life right there.
very, yeah, drawn out and very sad, but also it kind of like I was so happy for her in that way that I was like, it was like, yes, sad for me, but also I was like, you really did the whole thing and lived the longest that, your breed could really go. And then
mm.
everything was on her terms. So, like, the
And
sad,
she did that with you.
yeah. And I was like, I'm glad that I got to be there, the whole time
Yeah.
of that. So,
Cersei is my
Mm.
first land pet because I've had two African clawed water frogs growing up that lived to be 19 and 22. And like, this is my first like time like with an animal with a personality. Like I had the frogs had personalities, but they were underwater and they just
yeah, you
swam
couldn't be,
around and ribbit. And like this is the first time where I'm like, oh yeah, you're silly and you're ridiculous. And like, you're mine.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
you're licking your butt. Cool.
Silly and ridiculous
I,
in
And that's
mine. We
a
don't have to talk about the butt thing, but silly and ridiculous in mine is so cute.
Hey, you can't have. I was gonna say you can't have the butt without the silly and ridiculous, but I think it's the other way around. You can't have the silly and ridiculous without the butt.
You know
you
what? Yeah,
can't.
the silly,
yeah.
It's
ridiculous
almost
butt.
illegal. I mean, for me, because like I didn't grow up with pets, not really. So I worked at Petco for a number of years, and most all of my pets have been such a happy accident. Sprinkles, my first bearded dragon, was just the best girl. Was the best girl, and she has such a personality. Because people say like, "Oh, lizards, they don't have a personality." They're like people have preconceived notions of what pets are that they don't think, that they don't feel, but yeah, they do. And with Sprinkles, like I took her everywhere. We went on adventures. Like we went on the train, we would do stuff, and it was just the best time. When I lost her, not to get depressing, but the noise that came out of my body when she passed
Oh, yeah.
was so intense. And because she was my baby. And that's how I feel about her sister Pasta, my other beardy, and my cat Sunny. Like that's why I said they're going to be my next biggest heartbreak because they are so important to me. Like taking care of them, seeing them grow is such a big deal for me. And I feel like that's what having a pet is. That's what having a I mean, I don't have human children, but it's what family is.
Yeah.
I'd feel the same about my dad's dog, Quinn, my brother that I mentioned, my brother Quinn. He's a jerk, but I love him. Siblings. But it's like, pets are family. And I feel like that's something that people that maybe don't have pets or don't totally understand don't grasp is that these are members of your family that you choose.
Absolutely.
Sorry.
It's like I've had pets like this past year is the longest that I've ever gone without having any sort of pet since I was like 4 years old. And all that has just confirmed to me is like Yeah, no, pets absolutely are like what just adds so much color to your life and and everything. And even just like, having like even like a fish or like an aquatic frog, it just makes your life more full and beautiful, I think. So.
I agree.
Well, I always like to ask. No, I always like to ask, but the first thing I have to say is, Annie, thank you so much for being on our podcast today. It was wonderful to
Thank
have
you for
you,
having me.
especially on this topic. I was wondering if you found it interesting to play with this topic under these confines, under this game.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Also, thank you for having me. You guys have been amazing. No, I like this structure because I'm not good at improv, but having this kind of structure like 30, 15, 5 second, it makes you really, really think about what you want to say. And there's an honesty in that I think that we don't get to experience a lot. So I appreciate that a lot.
Well, we appreciate having you, so thank you for being here.
Of course, call me anytime.
If we want to page you, is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime, every time. Shay knows where I live, I think.
Call me, beat me if you want to reach me.
If you want
Matter
to
where,
reach me.
doesn't matter when.
Mm-mm. Well, actually, in a matter of when, we are reaching the end of this month. We're heading into the month of July. For our listeners out there, Annie, I want to know if you're up to anything fun or in general where we can find, follow, and support you.
Yes, absolutely. So I have two different Instagrams. I mean, I know we've been talking about pets. So my petstagram is called Sprinkles and Friends. So it's Sprinkles, the letter N, Friends. But also in July, I'm going to be hosting a book club for Battle Royale on my Instagram, Seen It, Read It. So that's Scene, SCENE underscore READIT. Seen It, Read It. A lot of what we do is we watch movies and we read the books that follow them, or vice versa. It's a lot of fun. It's very relaxed. And yeah, you're all welcome to join. And we just talk about books and the movies that follow them.
What has been your most recent, most favorite book to film adaptation?
Jaws. Jaws is such a fabulously trashy book. It comes in three parts for those that don't know. The first and third part is very much the movie, but the second part, the only sharks are loan sharks. Spoilers, but oh, and Ellen's a hoe. So if you want to talk shit on Ellen with me, I will read Jaws with you. I will do this all over again. You come talk to your girl about film to book adaptations. We'll talk about it.
Learn something new every day. I didn't know that
Uh,
Jaws was a book.
I told you last summer, Shay.
I forgot. I'm sorry.
Shay doesn't listen to me.
Ah, that's big news. It just like it escapes my brain just because the movie is so culturally in there that I'm like, I've never
It
imagined.
is. And actually, the interesting thing, if I have the space to say it, the book was written about a year and a half before the film. So there's a lot of speculation that the book and the script were built around the same time before the movie was made.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so
Um,
So,
like a lot of projects, especially around movies, they're
mhm.
made to be a vehicle for another project. So, I mean,
Yes,
that can absolutely be true that it was being written as a book while I think
while
actually
production was happening. Yes.
I need this verified, but I'm pretty sure the rights to the film to make it were sold before the book was published.
huh. That's interesting.
Yes. I mean, I can go in and verify, but yes, they were dangerously close to each other. So and that always drove me nuts. I'm like, what do you mean the book was such trash? And they're like, yeah, but the movie.
Or like another example, Disney's Beauty and the Beast, that was made to become a Broadway musical.
Yes.
But they're like, we're gonna make this a movie first, and it's gonna get nominated for Best Picture, and then we're gonna make money
Oh,
off of it on Broadway. So all these things.
fun. Can I be this guy real quick? Because they made the musical, they did all of that, and then they released it to high schools. My senior year of high school, we did Beauty and the Beast. Who was I, Will?
Oh gosh, were you a piece of furniture?
Was I? There's no wrong answer.
Well,
Well,
if I
I
did,
love playing this game.
I don't
Shay knows
know.
the answer.
If I did typecast right now, you seem like a very kind and caring person. Maybe a little kooky. You you, you could have been a caring father named Maurice.
No, but I was his hot daughter.
You were Belle.
You're
I
bad.
get it.
You just
I was
Uh,
like, I was like, you're either gonna say Maurice, Mrs. Potts, or the complete curveball and be Belle. And so
you know what's really funny? Everyone always guesses. I've never heard Maurice. I have heard Mrs. Potts. I've heard the wardrobe, and I've heard
I
the
would have
beast.
done
And
the
I'm like,
wardrobe.
The wardrobe was my initial theory.
Shay, I told you
I know.
about that.
No, before you told me. I was like, huh.
That's also a great role. But
It was a great role.
did
I
you
love playing that game with people. I'm so sorry.
did you get to sing A Change in Me?
Of course I did. That was my audition
Oh
song.
my God, I
Ah,
love that
I
there's
got a
song.
standing ovation for that. I'm a mezzo soprano,
so
so
good.
I could sing back in the
that
day.
that song
I
was
don't know
written
that I can now.
it was written for Tony Braxton.
I know.
Yeah. So
I know Tony Braxton.
so not all productions include that song.
They don't, and thank God ours did. Oh, what a good time.
Mm.
I miss doing theater.
My first like songs I learned in voice lessons in high school. That was one of the first ones I worked on. I love that.
God, am I that old? What?
Well,
Uh,
doing theater, performing, that's kind of why we all get together to do this show, is it kind of releases that kind of performative outlet in a way, doing
you need
improv.
the endorphins, man.
Yeah.
I'd love to work with you guys again. Like, just, you
Oh,
let a bitch know.
Oh.
We would
Yes.
love to
thank
have
you.
you, dude.
You let a bitch know. I'll bring the pets. There's many of them.
Listeners out there, I want to thank you all so much for listening today to the AMA 50 podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you'd like to submit your own questions to be answered in a future episode, our DMs are open at AMA50podcast on Instagram, or send us an email at AMA50podcast@gmail.com. And we look forward to your submissions. So, I've been Will.
I've been Kirsten.
I've been Amy.
I'm Shay.
And I'm Annie.
Woo!
Thank you and
Bye,
goodbye.
everyone.
Anyway.
Yeah.
We're all doing different waves. Everyone should know.